Welcome to EasyEuge, the channel to help you to learn maths super easy, super fast. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to divide decimal numbers. So if you're ready, let's get started. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click like on this video. And make sure that you watch all the way through to the end for question of the day. Dividing decimal numbers. Before I start, I'd like to tell you about my long division, bus stop division video on my YouTube channel on EasyEuge to help you with dividing decimal numbers. So let's get started with this question, 7.58. You can see that's a decimal number because it has a decimal point right there in the middle. And we're dividing by 2. So let's simply show our divide symbol and we'll put our 2 on the outside. So 7.58 is the number we're dividing up, and the number 2 is the number we're dividing by. It's the divisor. So let's get started with dividing decimal numbers, and the trick is that decimal point right there, simply move it up and put it on the top, and from this point onwards we can forget it's even there. So let's do the long division. Will 2 divide into 7? Yes, it will. It will go in 3 times. 3 2s are 6, and we'll do the subtract to work out the remainder. 7 take away 6 is 1. There's 1 left over. Will 2 divide into 1? No, it won't. There's not enough in 1. So let's drag down the number 5. And this becomes 15. Will 2 divide into 15? Yes, it will. It will go in 7 times because 7 2s are 14. 7 2s are 14. We do the subtract to work out the remainder or what's left. 5 take away 4 is 1. Will 2 divide into 1? No, it won't. There's not enough in it. So let's drag down the number 8 and we put it here. Will 2 divide into 18? Yes, it will. It will go in 9 times. 9 2s are 18. When we do the subtract to work out the remainder, we find 18 take away 18 is 0. So we're finished. So the answer is 7. So the answer to 7.58 divided by 2 is 3.79. So this is called long division. That's this bit that we've just used here, long division. Let me show you a quicker method called bus stop division. So let's write down our 7.58, waiting at the bus stop. We'll draw the bus stop, or our divide bar. We put our number 2 on the outside, and remember, if you see a decimal point, and you don't have any decimal points out here, simply move that up and put it there. And from this point onwards, forget about it. Okay, will 2 divide into 7? Yes, it will. It'll go in 3 times. We put that on top because that's where the answer goes. 2 3s are 6. And 6 is 1 away from 7, so there's 1 of a remainder. I'm going to carry the 1 to the next number. This becomes a 15. Will 2 go into 15? Yes, it will. It will go in 7 times. We put the 7 on the top because 2 7s are 14, and 14 is 1 away from 15. So there's 1 left over, and we carry that to the next number. Will 2 go into 18? Yes, it will. It will go in a full 9 times. 9 2s are 18, and there's nothing left over. So this is called bus stop division, which is right here. So whichever method you choose to use, if it's the long division method or the bus stop division method, you will get the same answer, 3.79 and 3.79. Let's move on to dividing decimal numbers where both numbers have a decimal point. So we'll start by writing down 16.94 and we will divide that by 0.7. So before I start, you'll notice that we have a point out here, 0.7. So we need to do something with that decimal place to get rid of it. So what I would like to do is to multiply this number by 10 and to multiply this number by 10 to move that decimal point in both of the numbers. So if I multiply this number by 10, the number will get bigger. But if I divide by a number that's also 10 times bigger, there's no change to the answer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that 0.7 and move it one place to the right and put the decimal point there. This becomes 0.7 and there's no decimal point. The number inside the bracket, 16.94, I'm going to take that decimal point and move it to there. So this becomes 169.4. So the whole calculation is 169.4 divided by 7. So this is actually 7. And we're dividing into 169.4. Okay, let's get into it. As you know from the last example, before you start dividing, you simply take your decimal point and put it on the top. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about the decimal point. So the key before we started is getting rid of the decimal point on the outside of the brackets. So will 7 go into the number 1? No, it won't. That's a 0. Will 7 divide into 16? Yes, it will. It will go in 2 times. 2 7s are 14. Let's do the subtract to work out the remainder. 6 take away 4 is 2. 1 take away 1 is 0. Will 7 divide into the number 2? No, it won't. So let's drag down that number 9. Will 7 divide into 29? Yes, it will go in 4 times, because 4 7s are 28. 4 7s are 28. We'll do the subtract to work out the remainder. 9 take away 8 is 1. 2 take away 2 is 0. Will 7 divide into 1? No, it won't. So we'll drag down the number 4. Will 7 divide into 14? Yes, it will. It will go in 2 times. 2 7s are 14. We do our subtract to work out the remainder, and the answer is 0. So 16.94 divided by 0.7 is actually 24.2. We can do this another way using the bus stop division method like we saw in the last example. So let's just rewrite this one as 169.4 and we're dividing by 7. Let's use the bus stop method. Will 7 go into 1? No, it won't. That's a 0. Will 7 go into 16? It will go in 2 times. 2 7s are 14. 14 is 2 away from 16. So 2 carries on to the next number. Will 7 go into 29? Yes, it will. It will go in 4 times. 4 7s are 28. 28 is 1 away from 29. So that 1 carries over. Will 7 go into 14? Yes, it will. It will go in 2 full times. And remember, all you have to do with the decimal point when dividing is just move it up. So the answer is 24.2, exactly the same as the answer here, 24.2. My last example for dividing decimal numbers is 3.852 divided by 1.2. It looks very simple on the outset, but let's look at it in detail. We write down 3.852, that's this number, and we are dividing it by 1.2. And as you know from the last example, we need to get rid of that decimal point before we start dividing. So let's simply multiply that by 10 and we'll put it there. And we'll multiply this number by 10 and it'll go there. So let's rewrite this to make it a bit more neat. This is 12, and this is now 3, 8, and the decimal point moved to here, 0.52. And as you know, the rule before we start dividing decimal numbers, when you've got rid of the decimal point on the divisor, is to simply take that decimal point and put it on top. Now it appears that we're dividing this number by a 2-digit number. And again, I have a video to help you learn all about long division with a 2-digit divisor on my YouTube channel. So let's get started in this video with long division with a 2-digit divisor. We can forget about the decimal point and just imagine that it's not even there. Will 12 divide into 38? If you know your 12 times tables, that will go in 3 times, because 3 12s are 36, and that's quite close to 38. So I'll put 3 on top, and then we multiply it out. 3 12s are 36, and we do our subtract to work out the remainder. 38 take away 36 is 2, or 8 take away 6 is 2, 3 take away 3 is 0. Will 12 divide into 2? No, it won't. So we'll have to drag down another number. We'll drag down the 5. Will 12 divide into 25? And yes, it will. It will go in 2 times, because 2 12s are 24. So we put 2 on the top. 2 12s are 24. We do our subtract to work out the remainder. 5 take away 4 is 1, 2 take away 2 is 0. Will 12 divide into 1? No, it won't. So let's drag down the number 2, and there we go. Will 12 divide into 12? Yes, it will. It will go in 1 full time, and you'll see we have no remainder now. Let's check it. 1 12 is 12, and we'll subtract to work out the remainder. The remainder is 0, so we've nothing left over. So the answer to this question, 3.852 divided by 1.2, the answer is 3.21, and it actually turned out to be a long division with a 2-digit divisor question. Welcome to question of the day. What is 7.41 divided by 0.3? So remember to use what you've learned in the video. Give this a try, work out the answer, and leave your answer in the comments of the video. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again in the next one.